Okay, one of my viewers had a question regarding the JK mic and how it would sound in a recorder. In one of my other videos I talked about how when using the wireless Go connector it would produce that high tone noise. And so I'm recording it right now to my Zoom F4, and I'm also using it with the Rode Wireless Go. So it's directly connected here, and the other audio you're hearing is the Purple Panda mic that is wired. I actually have it wired. And again, if the JK mic is wired, I've got a long cable right now running all the way to the Blackmagic, and it could be running to the recorder, it doesn't matter. If you're cabled, at least on the one I have, when it's wired there is no high-pitched noise. It's a really good sounding mic. It's actually sounds cleaner than the Purple Panda mic. As you can hear, the Purple Panda mic is not a bad mic at all. And in post, anybody who's doing any professional work is going to clean up post, adjust, equalization and the whole bit. I'm going to give you a recording right now from the actual JK mic. So what you're hearing now is the JK mic, and through the Zoom F4 and the Wireless Go. And you'll hear that as I move this around, the tone changes. So it's definitely something not working well with the Wireless Go. Now I'm going to go and contact the company, and I'm going to see if they'll provide me a different one for a sample to see if I can get a different type of experience with it. But again, as you can hear, that tone is there. Now that's not hard to get out in post. You can, and when I did some of my other videos with that, I was either wired directly to it. We're going to go to the wired Purple Panda mic right now so you don't have to keep listening to that. The way to get that tone out in post is you can work it either on your equalizer, or if you have izotope 7, I think, even izotope RX5 through I think it's 7 or 8 now, you can actually there's a nice clear line, and you can bring that down and just eliminate it. And I'll show you a little bit of how I did that here. It's really easy. You grab it, drag it, and hit delete, and that tone is gone. So that's not a difficulty. So that's something that can actually be removed in post fairly easily. But if you don't have that, or you don't have time and you're trying to rush something out without fixing the audio, you will get this kind of noise. And again, it might be just my particular one that I bought. It may not be all of the JK mics. I only have the one to work with. So again, I'll reach out with the company and possibly produce another video based on a second product, and we'll see whether or not that produces the same result. But somebody wanted to know how that went going into a recorder, and you can hear that sound actually is pretty prevalent, and it really is dependent on the movement of this microphone in relationship to the receiver. So that was a way to help determine where it wasn't just going directly into the Blackmagic or into the GH4 via the Rode Wireless Go. I'm now putting it into the Zoom F4 recorder, which is a high-end recorder, and you can hear that the sound is prevalent. It is still there. So the mystery continues, and again, in lieu of that, the Purple Panda mic serves me well. Otherwise, directly connect it from here. I'm going to actually do that right now, so that you can hear the difference in the audio, and you can hear that there should be no high-pitched tone when it's wired directly to your camera or to whatever device you happen to have. If it's the F4, that works just as well. You get a nice, crisp sounding audio. It's really good. So we'll go back and we'll hear the difference again. So this is the Purple Panda. This is the mic that I was talking about earlier, so we're giving just a little bit of sound so you can hear that. I think it hits a little bit more, rounds out the bass, warms out the bass a bit more, and the high end doesn't hit that as much. Now we're going to go back to the JK. And we now have the JK mic going through. You can hear how it attenuates the bass just a little bit and opens up the high end. And it's a really good sounding mic. There's no doubt about that. But for my purposes and in my testing right now, I can't quite use it with the Rode Wireless without having to go back and do some work in post to make sure that that tone is out. And sometimes that tone, depending on how I move the Rode Wireless with a relationship to the receiver, sometimes will drop that tone into a couple of different ranges, and so it's a little bit more cleanup than normal. Then, you know, just using the Purple Panda through there, or the JK mic wired. But I hope that helps you, and I hope the sound quality was something that you can differentiate and see if that is to your liking. Again, in post, you can fix a lot of audio if your recorder and the device you're actually recording into can capture it, you know, preferably 32-bit, that sort of thing. You have a lot of headroom, and you have the mics close to your talent. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe if you haven't. It helps our channel grow so that I can continue to do more of these. And thank you.